Page 16, a new time signature. The time signature, as you can see here, is 6/8. In the past, I think 4 has always been the bottom note, where a quarter note gets a count. Well, here we got an 8 on the bottom. Now, as long as you understand how time signatures work, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. But 6/8 time signature can be done in a couple of different ways, and we need to make sure we understand it because it can get confusing for some people sometimes. The top number tells you how many counts are in a measure or how far you have to count. So here we got to count to 6. Wasn't that going to be fun? The bottom number tells you what you're counting. If you're going to count something, it's nice to know what it is, or how many of whatever is in a measure. 8 stands for 8th note. Therefore, in 6/8 time, there is the same as 6 8th notes in every measure. Yeah, that's it. However, it can be interpreted different ways, so let's be careful. They give examples. In 6/8 time, most of the time, you're going to find the 8th notes. If it's all 8th notes, like 6 of them, you're going to find them beamed together 3 at a time. That's because of the natural accents. The natural accent on the first beat of a measure always is. That's the strongest one. And in 6/8 time, there's a natural accent on the 4th beat of a measure. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they'll beam the 8th notes together according to the feel, the natural accents. You'll see a lot of dotted quarter notes in 6/8 time because remember, a dotted quarter note is the same as 3 8th notes. I've said that before, I'm sure. Well, here it's going to get 3 counts. That's handy. The dotted half note then would get 6 counts, or the whole measure. So you'll see dotted half notes in 6/8 time. You can't have anything bigger than a dotted half note. There's no whole notes. They're not allowed because that's too many beats. You will see a whole rest. Remember, the whole rest is the same as a whole note or a whole measure, regardless of the beats. So yes, you'll see whole rests in 6/8 time, but they get 6 counts in this case. Now look at the middle of the page on page 16. You have an A and a B and a bunch of 8th notes. There's 2 examples of 8th notes. In the first example, in 3/4 time, they're beaming the 8th notes every 2, according to the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. They put accents on it. The accents represent the beat. In the second example, it's 6/8 time, and they're beaming the 8th notes 3 at a time, and the natural accent comes. It's a different feel. You can play the 8th notes the same speed, doesn't matter, but it's the feel, the interpretation. Now, look out. Because that first example in 3/4 time could also have been 6/8 time. It could, either one. Because 6/8 time, you can also feel it in 3. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. It's not like, well, if it's 6/8 time, you have to feel it in 2. No, music won't be tied down like that. It's too, it can be. It just isn't very often done that way. So let's look at the bottom of page 16, the last 3 lines. They're sort of getting you into the rhythm. The first one, dotted quarter notes of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The second line, you'll see this a lot too, is quarter note, 8th note. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It's kind of like triplets, triplet, triplet, except here the interpretation is a little different between triplets and 6/8 time. So I'll have to come back to that. It's easier to talk about that one in the pieces. And the last example on page 16, they're all 8th notes. Again, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On page 17, they give you an example of some pieces that are in 6/8 time. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second one has a pickup beat coming in on beat 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one in the middle of the page are some well-known melodies. There's 4 of them there. The first one is with the andante is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You may have heard that aria in a Puccini opera. The second one, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, kind of swaying along. Third one, coming on beat 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that's tied there. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So just examples of 6/8 time. I'm assuming the next few pieces we're going to get some 6/8 time pieces. Let me know if you have any questions on any of this.